cute potential new boyfriend. Yeah, you never get too old to dream or fantasize. So.
Margie?
Anybody else? Hi.
I wanted to ask about the tour specifically of America. It's been a long time since you've done a full-blown tour here. Can you talk about the decision to do that now?
Well, it's just a good time for me right now, because the success of the last tour we did in Europe, and the Blue Smoke album did so well, and that was all through Europe. And so we had so many people say, well, why go overseas? You don't even ever come and do a whole tour here. But I thought it was a good idea to do it now because of so many good things that are going. And so we've had a lot of requests to go a lot of places. Plus, I wanted to tour this coming year, even though I've got a lot of stuff in the works. I wanted to do that because next year I might possibly do a series. I'm certainly getting really involved in the production of these TV shows, so I might do more business things and just do some shows here and there. So I thought, well, it's a good time to do a tour, and it helps to promote, the park and a record and all the other stuff I'm out promoting. So it's always good to do a tour. Plus, I love the fans. I love to get out there and see that. So it just seemed to be the right thing to do. But I've left time for everything else. Okay.
Cindy Watts?
Where's Cindy Watts? Hi. Hello.
Can you talk about the new music on the festival? What we look forward to?
Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. Well, I'm going to, like I said, I've got a new CD coming out, so I'll probably do maybe 3 of the songs from that. But, of course, I'll do all the songs that I'm famous for, the 9 to 5, Here You Come Again, I'll Always Love You, Jolene, Two Doors Down. I do all those things. But I kind of scaled them down a little bit to where they sound a little more like kind of when I wrote them. Although I'm working with Richard Dennison, Tom Rutledge, and Kent Wells. So there's just 4 of us on stage. And I played a lot of different instruments, and we kind of all swap off on different things, and they do harmony with me. So it's just a simpler kind of show, and I will, of course, like I say, do all the hits and do a few new songs, but then I try to add a little things that are entertaining, some comedy, and, a few little fun songs, too. So it's got a good variety, and, of course, I do all my gospel things, my spiritual things, talk about home, the coat of many colors, and Tennessee Mountain Home, those kind of songs. I do a little segment about home where I do Applejack and just talk about the folks back home. The coat of many colors crowd, the ones you saw on TV, that community.
Bill?
The coat of many colors, as many times as you've seen it, what gets to you personally the most emotionally difficult part of watching?
Well, I tell you, it's different. How you doing? Always good to see you. Every time I sing that song, it depends on what kind of place I'm at in my life. In fact, I remember when my mom was sick before she passed away, it was just so hard for me to sing it because every time I'd sing it, I'd wonder how Mama was if we were out. I'd go, after the show, I'd go call, see how Mama's doing. And, it was different kinds of emotion. But when Mama passed away, boy, I could not sing that song for probably, 3 to 6 months without crying when I was singing it. I tried not to, to lose everything on stage in front of everybody, because like my eyelashes and my rouge. But seriously, I could not sing that song without thinking of everything Mama had ever done. It was like every night it would be a little different, like something Mama had said, something Mama had done to make us all feel loved and all. So I just think of my family when I sing it. It always brings that whole little, like the Coat of Many Colors movie, it just brings that, my brothers and sisters when we were young. It brings Daddy back. He's gone now also. And so it's wonderful to be able to write songs and to be able to do this. My sister Stella played Corla Bass, the old lady in the show, and she's and it was really touching to us because I knew that I could not watch that movie at the screening with other people because I knew that I would just sob my eyes out. And Stella felt the same. So Warner Brothers were nice enough to to give a little theater there in their office building for Stella and I to go watch it. And we did. We just cried our eyes out. And it was such a strange feeling when Stella and we got out of the car and we was walking up the steps and thinking, now, we're going in here to watch ourselves, watch our family, Mom and Daddy, and it was just the strangest feeling to us. It was just so emotional. And we thought, how weird is this? Here we are in Hollywood, and you're in the movie, and it's my story, and it's all about us. And so it was just really, it was a moment I shared with Stella that I'll never be able to quite explain exactly what that was, that moment we had. It was almost like we were there to kind of represent all of our family, and it was a real touching thing for us, really. And we both, slung snot all over. But, oh, yeah. I mean, I'm very involved in everything. Of course, Sam Haskell, my partner in the production company, he's so wonderful. He was my agent for years. He was with William Morris for many, many years, and we became friends. And so we have an understanding, of each other. But they spent all this time, bringing people in, and then I would go in. They would narrow down, to maybe 10 to 15 people for each part, and then I would go sit and we'd look. And the hardest one to find was the little Dolly, that little Olivia. Oh man, she's just Olivia, little Allie Lind, we call her Allie. But she was God-given. I mean, they kept bringing all these kids, and I said, no, that don't feel right, that don't seem right. And the second we saw her, it was like when her little face came on the screen and she was doing some of the acts, and I said, that's her, that's her. I said God was going to send her, and he did. And that's really how I felt about it. And that little thing just did such a wonderful job. And so, yes, I was involved in all of that. And when Jennifer Nettles, what a great job she did, right? Did you see her in that? Man, I thought she did great. And she had sent in just a little video. I didn't know she even acted. And she had taken it, and she had her hair dark. I didn't recognize it as her. And when they started rolling that film, I said, that's Mama. And they said, you know who that is, don't you? And I said, I don't think so. So I said, is that Jennifer? And they said it was. So anyway, she got the part, and nobody could have done it better. So yeah, I'm always involved in all of that. Some of the people, though, I didn't have. The ones that were not like immediate family, I didn't have that. I wasn't that critical, let's say. But my brothers and sisters and Mama and Daddy and my grandpa Jake, the ones that were really there, they were real important. And Stella playing Cora Bass was pretty cute.
Lauren, next in the back.
Hey, Dolly.
Hi.
50 years of marriage is just such a huge blessing.
That's what you think. How long you been married? I'm joking.
Well, how important is the support system to what you do every day, the support system of marriage, and what does Dolly Parton look for? And you're renewing your vows in May?
Yeah, we are. We're going to dress up. In fact, I'm out. I had him trying on suits yesterday, and I'm trying on this wedding gown. Because when we first got married, well, I actually had just signed with Monument Records, and Fred Foster, who was the head of the label, he was investing quite a bit of money in me to try to get me started in the business. And he had heard that I was engaged, and that we'd already sent out our wedding invitations. And so he called me in the office and said, I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't get married for at least a year, so, I can kind of make sure that, I can get a return on my investment, because I want you to be free to work and do whatever you need to do. I said, okay. So that weekend, me and Carl went to Ringgold, Georgia, and got married, so it wouldn't be in the Tennessee papers. So anyway, so we went down there, and my mom went with us, and Mom had made me a little white dress, and I said, I'm not getting married in a courthouse, so we had to go back the following Monday. I have to be married in the church. So Carl's not Baptist, I'm not Baptist. Well, my dad was Baptist, my daddy's people, and Mom was Pentecostal, so I'm a Baptist-costal. But we couldn't find a Baptist-costal church anywhere. So we actually got married in Ringgold, Georgia Baptist Church, inside, no people there, just the preacher, his wife, the witness, and Mama, and Carl and I. And so we thought, well, we never got a chance to, do our whole big wedding, and I missed having a wedding dress and all that. So I'm being fitted up for that, and he's looking for suits, and we're going to take a bunch of pictures, and so I might even sell some to the rag mags and take the money and give it to the Imagination Library. That's my plan. So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna do it all over again. Oh no, that dress ain't gonna be pure nor simple.
Joey?
Hi, Dolly. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I was actually lucky enough to see you at the Ryman, and the show is incredible.
Oh, thank you. Well,
I've
good.
also heard some rumors that you were thinking about bringing your life story to Broadway. Is that true?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I just got the final scripts, and so we're actually doing it. I'm telling my life story as a musical, which I've written all the music for. A lot of the hits will be in it, but I've written a lot of new music as well. So we're actually starting work on that now. That's what I'm saying. I've got some weeks off in between this tour, so I can actually work all these other things and get those underway. But that's probably a good year and a half, 2 years from being up on stage.
Kelly Sutton?
Hi.
So let's talk a little bit about this tour and some of the cities that you're going to be going to that you haven't been able to tour in the last few years. Lots of fans are excited, and I've already got people on Facebook asking where you're going to be. So what are some of the favorite cities you're going to hit?
Well, we're going to hit almost everything in the U.S. So I'm not really certain all of the places. I know we'll be playing places like Milwaukee. We'll be playing New York. We'll be playing, I think, a few things maybe in California. I know we're going to do a lot of stuff in Canada because I haven't been there in years, and I've got a lot of fans there. So we're going to be in all the main places there. But I would imagine I haven't really, yeah. So what does everywhere mean? Give me some names. States.
LA, New York,
Said that. Minnesota said that. Milwaukee. Florida, Texas. Well, just everywhere. Everywhere. The whole of the USA. Yeah, we will be all scattered all around. So, okay. Anybody else? Okay.
Second row.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Dolly Signer with Nashville Public Radio. So as a public radio reporter, I have to ask, how are you feeling about the presidential election?
I don't talk politics and religion. Hello, you.
Hi. He's pointing to someone else.
Well, I'm listening to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. I want to ask you a question. I know you've written a lot of great songs, and I don't mean to ask you something you may not want to answer, but have you ever heard a song that touched you so much you wish you had written that?
Oh, my Lord, all the time. I mean, songs like Sometimes When We Touch. Remember that song? Sometimes When We Touch. I love that song. Islands in the Stream. Everybody thinks I wrote that. I didn't, but I wish I had. But, all the time I'm thinking, oh, why didn't I think of that? I should have thought of that. I'm always doing that, yeah. So
Please tell me that you're never going to retire.
I don't have any plans to. I've always said that I hope to just drop dead right in the middle of a song on stage in front of a bunch of people like you. And I've always said that, and I've always meant it. I hope that's how I go. I don't know if it will be, but I just want y'all to say, look at her. She had a smile on her face. Now she's gone.
And
Okay.
one more question from Nancy.
Hi.
I Will Always Love You is always in the news. Now it's in the news with Beyonce singing it. Kim Underwood recently did it. Everyone is.
What did Beyonce sing it?
She just sang it in concert. And
Oh.
they say Whitney's song, and I always go, Dolly.
Well, that's what I always said. It can be Whitney's song. I said she can have the credit as long as I get the cash. And that's really how I feel.
So it's almost like that song has been around for so long, and there's a resurgence again of other people.
I know. Well, that's just one of those songs like 9 to 5. That's the gift that keeps on giving. It's like every time you think it's dead, it comes back again. Well, that song is just so simple and so singable and touches everybody in such a different way. Some people play it at funerals. Some people say, oh, that reminds me when my son went off to college, or when when this, and it's like partners that are breaking up, business partners. So it can fit anybody, but it's just so easy to sing. It came from the sincere place in my heart, when I left Porter's show years ago. and it was touching and it was hard. You know, it's always hard leaving, but I just tried to, you know, to write something that I was feeling. And I guess with my true emotion, it touched a lot of people that are going through a lot of the same things. So I'm really proud of that song. So I let them girls keep on singing it. I don't care who claims it.
And last question from Hunter Kelly.
Thank you, Dolly.
Hey,
So I watch you on YouTube, like I'll just go down the Dolly rabbit hole on YouTube. So I'm wondering if you ever watch
Dolly's what?
I'll just like what get stuff watching you on YouTube, like interviews, performances. Do you use YouTube and like
No, I ain't very much. I'm not up on all that stuff. And I certainly don't want to watch stuff about me unless I just have to.
it always seems like you're always looking forward. Is that
Well, I am, because I ain't got time to look back there. I'll never get anywhere. I mean, I just use all the past as stuff to, you know, to draw from and to kind of enrich the future. But no, I'm always looking forward. I turned 70 in January, and I looked at the number and I thought, well, sometimes I feel like I've lived like 300 years, and then sometimes I feel like I'm just about 20, and I feel like I did when I first went to Nashville. But I'm not going to let the number. I always said when it was my birthday that year or this year, I said, well, I'm thankful that everybody remembered my birthday, but I wish they'd forget the number. But even at that, I just keep thinking, I'm going to run out of time. I've got so much I still want to do. And I keep thinking, well, don't think like that. Just do it. Just do it. Just work like you're 16. In fact, I wrote a song called I'm 16, and it's in my new Pure and Simple album, and it's kind of about that. I'm 16, you know, I'm feeling like I'm still in my teens, and it's like it's that kind of thing. And I'll be 16 forever, long as you love me. So anyhow, it's kind of a cute little thing. But anyway, I'll always be looking forward, because I don't, like you said, I'm never going to retire, and I hope to be around for a long time.